Camera, screen, body, and color of the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. The base-level iPhone is so much more easy to hold now that Apple has made it thinner that I didn't and still don't envy the Pro model's metal body at all. The iPhone 15 also comes in cuter colors than the Pro line. It comes in green, yellow, pink, blue, and black, all of which are very light. I love matte black, which is also the finish on my favorite but flawed iPhone of all time. Island that changes. The most noticeable change to the iPhone 15 screen is the dynamic island, which was added to last year's iPhone 14 Pro. Second place goes to the brighter 2000 nit screen. This is a feature that everyone can enjoy, even if they don't use it. Unlike the notch it replaces, the dynamic island turns that piece of empty space into a status display system that can be seen at a look. Also see Dynamic Island, how to use the new iPhone software trick. You don't have to use the Spotify music player or the Uber Eats tracker that magically changes into the pill-shaped cutout to understand how it works. But if you do, you'll be glad you don't have to open an app to skip a song or see how far away your pizzas are for game day. The Lumi app is fun to use because it tells me when golden hour ends, so I know how much longer I have to take those dreamy, warm pictures before it gets dark. USB Type-C port. This one should be easier than it looks, but Apple's confusing charging standards and data transfer speeds make it hard. The universal USB-C port on the iPhone 15 is better and faster than the one on the iPhone 15 Pro. This means I don't have to dig through the center panel of my car to find a lightning wire or USB cable for each phone I use. Because of this, the charging rate, up to 18W, and data transfer speed, up to 4 to 80 Mbps, are slower, but they haven't been a big deal for me. A big part of the reason for this is that the iPhone 15 Plus has been incredibly durable, taking me well into a second shift before it needed to be charged. Many tests have said that it lasts longer than the battery life of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Of course, I've been charging it when I'm at my desk or in the kitchen, where speed is the last thing on my mind. Note 2. The battery life of the smaller iPhone 15 has not been great, giving me well less than a day of use. I'm also used to sending files via AirDrop and cloud services, especially photos and videos I take at press events that need to be sent quickly, that the slower data transfer speed doesn't affect how I work. Camera, 48 megapixel camera. Talking about cameras, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus both have a new 48MP main camera that automatically shoots at 24MP. I was happy with the results, which combined the low-light performance of a 12MP bin shot with the detail of the 48MP. The iPhone's color science is more natural, focusing on smaller details like objects and shade and how evenly lit everything is in the picture. The 48MP camera on the iPhone 15 can also be used as a long lens with a 2x zoom. It's called a 2x optical zoom by Apple, but I can't tell the difference between the optically zoomed picture and the one I cut in by hand. When it comes to low-light photos, I'm glad to see Apple welcoming the dark and not turning a moody, sunset-filled scene into the middle of the day as shown below. But the thing that really stands out to me about the iPhone 15 camera setup is that it can record video. Everything about the iPhone camera is better than any other phone I've tried this year. From the image stabilization that doesn't buzz every time I move to how constant the colors are when I switch from the main wide lens to the ultra-wide lens. For ZNet's social pages this month, I've been using the iPhone 15 to film unboxings, product reveals, and hands-on demos. You can see some of the videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. One of the best things about iPhones is their cameras. And as you might have guessed, the iPhone 15 Pro has a better one than the iPhone 15. The camera specs are broken down below. Wide camera, 48MP ultra-wide camera, 12MP selfie camera, 12MP there is no zoom lens on the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro. One wide camera, one ultra-wide camera with 48MP, one selfie camera with 12MP, and one telephoto camera with 12MP. The iPhone 15 doesn't have a wide lens like the iPhone 15 Pro does. This means that when you zoom in, the quality of the picture will go down. Also, the ultra-wide lens on the iPhone 15 Pro has a slightly bigger aperture, which should make shots in low light better.